This is our basic control set. First we start with the trap and roll, trapping the arm, trapping the leg, bridging up over the shoulder, and coming into his guard. And we control inside the guard, knee and the tailbone, stretch out, slow and detailed. I come under the rib cage, pin the hips and ribs, open up the guard, keep it open, slow details for demonstrating. Attach, I sit out, showing control the whole way, moving to side control. From side control, I show control, and I show an Americana. Here's the Americana. And I want to make sure I show the details, turning my hips, dropping my hips down in different ways. Removed his arm. Turn my hips, open that up, step over to mount. Now in mount I do the same thing. I show control and I show my submissions. Basic control is swimming through when he pushes. Second is head hook and base. Using my flat mount or super mount. Dropping my hips as he tries to lift, pulling his foot up as he tries to lift. There he goes to trap the arm. I go elbow out and circle around. We're going to sit up, show our submissions, starting with the Americana, the very basic submissions. I'm going to pin his wrist, 2 hands on one. Drop my hips, scoot back, add in my head, get into position. Then slowly, inch by inch, move it into place. I'm going to go straight to the arm bar, hook. There are other ways to set this up, but you need to show good details of head control and how to turn, rotate, set that up. Partners, test out the person demonstrating by pushing the legs off and whatnot. As you move back to mount, make sure you maintain control. Don't just let go and start over. Now, as he turns over, I allow him to turn by giving him room. Put my hooks in and turn over so that I can show control on top and bottom and set up my rear naked choke. Slow and details. That is our basics. Now the framework here is simply
It's on now.
starting trap and roll, past the guard, and then you're in side control. From side you go side to mount to back. So demonstrating this, I'm starting with the trap and roll. I bridge over, and I pass his guard. Again, I've taken out the control and the submissions just to show you the framework of this set so it's easy to remember. I trap and roll, I pass the guard, and I move to side control. From side control, I move to mount. From mount, I move to back. When I test with this, I show the details of control and the submissions, but right now, just the framework. Move from side to mount. Now as he turns over, to back. And that is the basic framework. Trap, roll, pass the guard, you're in side control. Side to mount, mount to back. Now let's watch the entire thing again. So it's trap and roll with the control and submissions. I bring him down, pop that in, I get the wrist, tricep, knee, and ankle control. I bridge up and turn him over. Again, slow and detailed. From here, arms in, go to the armpits, climb up his body, back straight, knee in the tailbone. Work to open his guard by turning the hips, pass the guard. I do this by attaching, opening them up, and sit on out. There are other variations that can be used for testing, but do show details. Don't vary too far. Now, in the framework, I'm in side control. While I'm in these dominant positions of side, mount, and back, I show control and the basic submissions. So I show how to get that arm out. I show how to turn my hips. Oh, I show the Americana. Bring that down. I'll show it two ways, on my knees and then flattening out, hips down. You don't need to do both, but make sure you demonstrate the details of one. I step over and then mount. You can also use the knee sliding across the belly, just don't miss the details. From here, we show control swimming through as he tries to trap an arm or push me off. I'm using my head hook and base with my super mount. Nice low hips dropping down on him. Good. Head hook. As he tries to trap the arm, I go elbow out, circle around as needed. Do it on both sides. There it is again. Now I'm going to do the Americana. It's just simple variations. Pin it. Show how to do this. Come in. Inch my way down. Americana. Then I go to the arm bar. I jump right to it. I let his hips turn as I try to get his body to turn. I turn. Set up that arm bar. And he tests by pushing off my legs. Testing. Partners, test out the tester. Make sure they're doing it. Remember, as you move back from the arm bar to mount, maintain control. Now as your partner tries to roll over, allow him to roll, take his back. Again, this is very basic control that is being shown. Show control in the back now. I start to set up my rear naked choke. Again, partners don't tap too early, let them finish it. There it is.